Hi, I'm Corey Chambers in Los Angeles. Your home sold guaranteed or I'll buy it. Thanks for taking a minute to listen in. In a moment, I'll share with you some valuable information about this topic. Where does money come from? We know where noise comes from. People who are racing instead of driving. We know where pollution comes from. People that are racing instead of driving. So, the question again, where does money come from? Where does money come from? Most people don't know. The people who watch me probably already know. The people who read my posts in the LA Loft blog, most of them know. And the people that are my real estate clients, most of them know where money comes from. The question is, do you know where money comes from? So I'm going to answer that. The reason why it came up is because I was listening to a documentary on YouTube and done by a German media company. And this German media company was asking people where money comes from. It turns out that even in Germany, one of the most educated countries in the world, some of the most educated people on earth, most of them did not know where money came from. Most of them, in fact, had no idea where money came from. So if you don't know where money comes from, then don't you think that's kind of limiting? Maybe. The fact is that people are having money problems right now because nobody can deny it. When the tide goes out, it's much easier to see how many people are naked. I mean, we always know that at least half the people are naked when it comes to money. And most of the half that are naked, in other words, broke or almost broke, they don't go around admitting it much, which they probably should. There should be like Alcoholics Anonymous. There should be, there probably is a Shopaholics Anonymous, but they're, I mean, that's like wasting money and people, and even just not respecting money, not respecting your, well, let's answer the question first before we go any deeper. Where does money come from? Is it printed by a bank and that's where it comes from? Is it printed by the Fed and that's where it comes from? The Fed might want you to believe that, but they're not going to say that they're printing the money. In fact, they're not printing the money. They are manipulating the money. The Fed, that's the Fed's job, is to manipulate money. But where does the money come from? The money comes from not banks, not the government. Well, the government prints dollar bills, but that's actually not money. Those dollar bills are for the purpose of account. Just like you could use, just like your checking account, savings account, your Bitcoin wallet, your gold coins, your silver coins in your fireproof safe at home, your stocks, and dollar bills. All that stuff is units of account showing how much money that you have. That's not actual money. The actual money is something that everybody needs to learn and that they don't even teach in school. They're not teaching in school what money is. Except unless you live in Israel. Then in Israel, they're going to teach either in the regular school or in the synagogue. They're going to teach what money is and where it comes from. Money comes from you. Money comes from you. Money comes from you. That's where money comes from. It comes from the work that you do. It comes from the valuable time that you put in. It comes from the services that you do. It comes from your labor that you get paid for, your labor that has value, your products, services that you provide that other people have, that other people recognize the value in the products and services that you do. And it may not be products and services. You might be stealing, you might be begging, you might be borrowing and not paying back, which is like stealing. And if you are a pretty lady or handsome gentleman or something else, you might be getting money for free. Or if you're a kid, cute. If you're cute in one way or another and adorable, you may get money for that. Or if you are otherwise indispensable, you could be ugly but extremely indispensable for sitting there and maybe sitting there putting up with someone who has money, who they give it to you because you put up with them. Those are all ways that you are creating money. You're creating value. You're creating a product or service of value that other people recognize as valuable. And they're either giving you dollars, they're giving you something else that they see as being suitable for what you're doing for them. Because you're doing something for them, they're doing something for you. They might be very happy to give you something, or they might be reluctant, but they may find it necessary. It looks like they're either shooting a movie or church is going. I think it's more likely shooting a movie nearby, because this church is usually busy on Sundays, Saturdays and Sundays. Sometimes weekday evenings, but not usually weekday days. So firemen, I don't think there's usually that many firemen. Oh, you know what? They're having some kind of firefighter training, because that's the fire repair. So they're probably having fire maintenance training. My guess would be that they teach regular firefighters how to do the basic maintenance on their fire trucks. And so this facility does the professional maintenance, and then they teach the firefighters how to do the basic maintenance, the cleaning and other basic maintenance. Very minor repairs and stuff like that. Probably not much in the way of repairs, just more like cleaning and routine maintenance. Maybe oil changes, potentially. Probably not even oil changes. So we now know what most people don't know, which is where does money come from? And that's related to what I've talked to a couple days ago on my audio podcast, which is supply and demand. Pricing. What creates prices? Now, obviously, people can choose, a seller, a vendor, or store can choose any price. The government can try to impose any amount of taxes, but ultimately, even taxes, people will only pay a certain amount, and for a product, people will only pay a certain amount. This is what a lot of people don't know. When people underestimate their own power, which is normal, most people underestimate their own value, their own power, and so forth. That's why they can't fathom that money comes from them. But my clients who are buying $1 million homes, they can fathom it. They understand that it comes from them. And so pricing at the store, hi.
Hey.
When it comes from supply and demand. When there is way too much of a supply and not enough demand, the price goes down. And if the price doesn't go down, then you have a glut. You have an oversupply, you have a glut. You've got a lot of product laying around, collecting dust. And when the price is too high and there's not enough product, what happens if the price is too high and there's not enough product? Well, guess what? Those two kind of cancel each other out. And there's really no such thing as the price too high and not enough product. If the price is too high and there's not enough product, then that's kind of a temporary situation. That means the person who's selling it has a price too high, and either they're not ordering enough or the manufacturer is not making enough. And so this is kind of what the situation is with actually downtown Los Angeles real estate. You could say that downtown Los Angeles real estate prices are too high and there's not enough available. But in reality, those two kind of cancel each other out. And so if both of those are equally true, then the price is actually probably correct. It's either just temporarily incorrect, or seems incorrect. Anyway, so money comes from us, me, you, and everyone else. And thanks for listening. I'm Corey Chambers in Los Angeles. Your home sold, guaranteed, or I'll buy it. As I mentioned earlier, if you're a property information packet is available on any loft, condo, or house. Let me know if you're interested in a particular property, or a private preview is available upon request. At this time, to help the community, we are offering free to provide a video tour walkthrough of any loft, condo, or house in downtown Los Angeles or nearby, and at no charge. So thanks again. I'm Corey Chambers in Los Angeles. Your home sold, guaranteed, or I'll buy it. And you take care. Bye-bye.